Have you ever wondered what really happens when you reach 80? Not the glossy promises of anti-aging ads, but the honest, raw truth about how your body, mind, and heart shift in ways no one prepares you for? In this video, we're diving deep into the 6 undeniable changes that come with turning 80. Physical, emotional, and life-altering moments that redefine how you live and see yourself. From the quiet of a shrinking social circle to the freedom of embracing your true self, we'll uncover it all with respect and clarity. You need to watch until the end because these insights aren't just for those approaching 80. They're for anyone who wants to understand aging, prepare for the future, or support loved ones navigating this profound stage of life. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Your circle gets much smaller. When you cross the threshold of 80, one of the most striking shifts you'll encounter is the quiet transformation of your social world. The vibrant tapestry of connections that once defined your days, boisterous gatherings with colleagues, impromptu coffee dates with friends, the constant hum of family life, begins to fray at the edges. Many of your peers, those who shared your laughter and weathered your storms, may have drifted to distant corners of the world, chasing warmer climates, new adventures, or proximity to their own children. Others, heartbreakingly, may have passed on, leaving behind an ache that lingers like a half-remembered melody. The children you raised, once the center of your universe with their endless questions and boundless energy, are now grown, navigating their own careers, raising their own families, and juggling schedules that leave little room for regular visits. The phone, once a lifeline buzzing with invitations and updates, falls silent for longer stretches. The mailbox, once stuffed with party invites and handwritten letters, now holds mostly bills and flyers. The quiet that settles in isn't just peaceful. It can feel like an uninvited guest, constant and heavy. If you're not careful, this stillness can creep into loneliness, wrapping itself around your days like a fog. This contraction of your social circle can feel like a profound loss, as though the world you once knew is slipping through your fingers. The house that once echoed with voices now holds only the soft creak of floorboards or the hum of a kettle. But within this shift lies a powerful opportunity, a silver lining as bright as it is unexpected. At 80, you've lived long enough to discern what truly matters in relationships. The shallow connections of youth, the cocktail party chatter, the acquaintances who filled your calendar but not your heart, lose their allure. Instead, you find yourself drawn to authenticity, to the kind of bonds that feel like a warm hearth on a cold night. The friends who remain, perhaps a lifelong confidant who still calls to reminisce about old adventures, or a neighbor who stops by with a plate of cookies, become treasures beyond measure. A single heartfelt conversation, a grandchild sharing their dreams, a friend recounting a shared memory, can fill your soul in ways that a crowded room never could. This stage of life invites you to redefine what connection means. It's a chance to nurture the relationships that sustain you, to reach out with intention, and to seek out new communities that resonate with your values. Join a local book club, where lively discussions over novels can spark new friendships. Attend a community center's art class, where shared creativity fosters camaraderie. Volunteer at a local charity, where your wisdom can uplift others while forging new bonds. Technology, too, can be a bridge. Learning to video call can bring far-flung family members into your living room, their faces lighting up your screen. The circle may be smaller, but its intimacy is a gift. You don't need a crowd to feel seen. You need the right people, those who listen, who understand, who make you feel alive. At 80, your heart has grown wise enough to know the difference, and that wisdom can guide you to connections that are deeper, richer, and more enduring than ever before. 2. Your body starts whispering, then shouting. By the time you reach 80, your body becomes a vocal, sometimes insistent partner in your daily life. The fleeting aches of youth, those twinges in your knees after a long walk or the stiffness after a day of gardening, evolve into more persistent companions. Joints creak like old wooden stairs, muscles protest after simple tasks, and fatigue settles in more quickly than it once did. Tasks that were once second nature, carrying a bag of groceries, climbing a flight of stairs, or even buttoning a shirt, now demand focus and effort. Your balance might falter, making you pause before stepping off a curb or reaching for something on a high shelf. Your strength, once a quiet ally you barely noticed, fades gradually, reminding you that the body you've inhabited for 8 decades has carried you through a lifetime of triumphs and trials. It's easy to feel frustrated by these changes, to mourn the vigor of your younger self, or to view each new limitation as a betrayal. But this isn't your body failing you, it's biology unfolding, a natural progression as inevitable as the changing seasons. Your body isn't breaking, it's asking for a new kind of relationship, one built on patience, mindfulness, and a tenderness you may not have needed in your youth. It's urging you to slow down, to listen to its whispers before they become shouts, and to treat it with the care it deserves after decades of service. The good news is that even at 80, your body remains remarkably resilient and responsive to care. Small, intentional changes can yield profound results. A daily walk, even a short one around the block, can strengthen your heart and loosen stiff joints. The rhythm of your steps is a quiet celebration of movement. Gentle exercises like Tai Chi or yoga, with their flowing motions, can improve balance and flexibility, helping you navigate the world with greater confidence. Water aerobics, if accessible, can be a joyful way to move without straining your body, the buoyancy of the water a gentle embrace. Stretching routines, done in the soft light of morning, can ease tightness and restore a sense of ease. Nutrition, too, plays a vital role. Meals rich in colorful vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can fuel your energy and bolster your immunity, while staying hydrated keeps your body humming. Beyond the physical, this stage of life invites a deeper kind of self-compassion. Your body has been your companion through every chapter, dancing at weddings, holding newborn children, enduring sleepless nights of worry, and savoring moments of joy. It deserves your gratitude and care. Celebrate what it can still do. The hands that can still hold a book, the legs that carry you through a garden, the eyes that drink in a sunset. When frustration arises, remind yourself that these changes are not a diminishment of your worth, but a call to move with intention. Practical steps, like using assistive devices, a cane for stability, a grab bar in the bathroom, can preserve your independence without shame. Regular checkups with a doctor can catch small issues before they grow, and physical therapy can offer tailored strategies to keep you moving. By listening to your body and responding with kindness, you transform its limitations into an opportunity for gratitude, resilience, and a quieter kind of strength. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 3. Your memory plays tricks on you. At 80, your memory may begin to feel like a mischievous storyteller, weaving tales that don't always follow a straight line. You might step into a room, pause, and realize the purpose of your journey has slipped away, leaving you standing in puzzled silence. The names of loved ones, even those etched deep in your heart, might hover just out of reach, only to resurface hours later. You might launch into a favorite anecdote, perhaps a cherished memory of a long-ago summer or a funny moment from your career, only to notice a gentle smile from your listener, a hint that you've shared this story before. These moments can spark unease, a flicker of fear that something is wrong, that your mind is slipping. But more often than not, these lapses are not a sign of dementia or decline. They're the natural result of a brain that has spent 8 decades collecting a vast archive of experiences. Birthdays, heartaches, triumphs, travels, and countless fleeting moments that make up a life. It's an extraordinary library, and sometimes the catalog gets a little jumbled. Your brain isn't failing you. It's dancing to a rhythm shaped by time. The memories you revisit, the stories you repeat, they're often the ones that matter most, the ones your mind holds onto like cherished keepsakes. The birthday party where your child blew out their candles with a grin, the quiet evenings spent with a partner who knew your silences as well as your words, the thrill of a job well done. These are the threads your brain weaves into its tapestry. And while occasional forgetfulness can feel unsettling, it doesn't diminish the wisdom you've accrued or the sharpness you can still cultivate. Your brain remains a living, adaptable marvel, capable of growth and connection even in your later years. Engaging with it actively can keep it vibrant. Reading, whether novels that transport you to new worlds, newspapers that keep you tethered to the present, or poetry that stirs your soul, lights up neural pathways. Learning something new, like a few phrases in a foreign language, a simple tune on a piano, or even how to navigate a smartphone app, sparks fresh connections in your mind. Conversations, especially those that challenge you to think deeply, laugh heartily, or share vulnerably, are like a gym for your brain, keeping it agile and alive. Embrace these changes as part of the journey, a testament to a life richly lived. Your memory may play tricks, but it's also a repository of stories that define you. Practical strategies can help you navigate its quirks. Keeping a journal to capture fleeting thoughts, using a calendar to track appointments, or setting reminders on a phone can ease the stress of small lapses. Share your stories with others, grandchildren, friends, or even a recorder for posterity, because each retelling is a celebration of your life's depth. If concerns about memory persist, a doctor's evaluation can offer clarity and peace of mind, often revealing that these changes are simply part of aging, not a sign of something more serious. By staying curious, engaged, and gentle with yourself, you ensure that your mind doesn't just endure, it thrives, carrying the weight of 80 years with grace and resilience. 4. You stop pretending to be who you're not. At 80, a remarkable transformation takes root. You shed the weight of pretense and step fully into the person you've always been beneath the surface. The years of molding yourself to fit others' expectations, whether it was the polished persona required for a career, the cheerful facade to keep the peace at family gatherings, or the subtle adjustments made to blend into social circles, fall away like leaves from an autumn tree. You no longer have the energy or desire to play a role that isn't yours. Instead, you embrace authenticity with a quiet courage that feels both revolutionary and deeply natural. This shift manifests in ways both profound and mundane. You stop forcing smiles when your heart isn't in it. Your laughter, when it comes, is genuine, rich with the texture of a life well lived. You speak your mind with a clarity that surprises even you, not out of a desire to provoke, but because you've earned the right to be honest. The word "no" becomes a complete sentence, delivered without guilt or lengthy justifications. You decline invitations that don't spark joy, choosing instead to spend your time on what truly resonates. Perhaps an afternoon lost in a favorite novel, a conversation with an old friend, or the simple act of watching birds flit through the backyard. Your wardrobe reflects this newfound freedom. Gone are the stiff suits or high heels of your younger years, replaced by soft sweaters, loose cotton pants, or slippers that cradle your feet like a warm embrace. Comfort trumps fashion, and you no longer care if your outfit is deemed outdated by a world obsessed with trends. Your home, too, becomes a sanctuary of authenticity, cluttered with mementos that tell your story, not curated to impress visitors. A chipped teacup from your mother's set, a faded quilt stitched by a loved one, a shelf of dog-eared books. These are the treasures that define your space, not the glossy ideals of a magazine spread. This authenticity isn't about rebellion or rudeness. It's about alignment. You've spent decades navigating the expectations of others, and at 80, you permit yourself to live for you. You invest your energy in what matters, nurturing relationships that feel reciprocal, pursuing hobbies that light up your soul, or simply sitting in the quiet of your own company without apology. The freedom to be unapologetically yourself is one of aging's greatest gifts, a chance to live with integrity, to let your true voice ring clear, and to find joy in the unfiltered beauty of who you are. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 5. Food, sleep, and routine take center stage. By the time you reach 80, your body and mind begin to crave the steady rhythm of routine in a way that feels both essential and comforting. The spontaneity of youth, late nights, impromptu adventures, or skipped meals, gives way to a deep appreciation for structure. Your body, now a seasoned traveler on life's journey, demands consistency, and you find yourself building a life around rituals that provide stability and peace. What might seem mundane to a younger person becomes, for you, a tapestry of small, deliberate acts that weave your days into a harmonious whole. Your relationship with food transforms as your body grows less forgiving. The spicy street food or heavy meals that once delighted you might now leave you restless or uncomfortable. Instead, you gravitate towards simple, nourishing staples, a bowl of oatmeal topped with sliced bananas and a drizzle of honey, a warm vegetable soup that soothes both body and soul, or a slice of crusty bread with butter, savored slowly. These meals, often eaten at the same time each day, become more than sustenance. They're a ritual, a moment to pause and appreciate the sustenance that carries you forward. You might set the table with care, even for a meal eaten alone, or linger over a cup of tea, watching steam curl into the air like a quiet meditation. Sleep, too, becomes a cornerstone of your routine, though it may not come as easily as it once did. You might wake in the early hours, stirred by the creak of your own joints or the soft hum of the world outside. Naps become a cherished ally, stolen in the afternoon glow of a favorite armchair or beneath a blanket that smells faintly of lavender. You learn to honor your body's need for rest, creating a bedtime ritual that feels sacred, a darkened room, a familiar pillow, perhaps a few pages of a book before your eyelids grow heavy. The predictability of these moments, same time, same place, offers a comfort that rivals any grand adventure. Routine extends beyond food and sleep to the smallest details of your day. You might take your medications with clockwork precision, guided by a pillbox neatly arranged by the kitchen sink. You might walk the same path to the mailbox each morning, noticing the way the light shifts through the trees or the sound of a neighbor's dog in the distance. Your favorite chair by the window, where you watch the world unfold in quiet increments, becomes a haven. To an outsider, this life of repetition might seem dull, but to you, it's a symphony of stability. Each predictable moment is a thread in the fabric of your day, grounding you in a world that feels increasingly unpredictable. At 80, a good day isn't measured by thrills or novelty. It's found in the quiet satisfaction of a morning that unfolds as expected, a meal that sits well, or an evening spent in the glow of familiarity. Routine becomes a lifeline, a way to navigate the complexities of aging with grace. It's not about confinement, but about creating a home within the rhythm of your days, a sanctuary where you can rest, reflect, and find peace. 6. You begin to reflect on your own mortality deeply. At 80, the concept of mortality shifts from a distant, abstract idea to a tangible presence, like a neighbor you've come to know over shared cups of coffee. You've likely said goodbye to many who were once central to your life. Friends whose laughter still echoes in your memories, a partner whose absence leaves a quiet ache, or siblings who shared the stories of your childhood. Each loss is a marker of time's passage, and with it comes a new relationship with your own mortality. Death is no longer a far-off horizon but a companion that walks alongside you, not always menacing, but undeniably real. This awareness reshapes how you move through the world. The weight of time feels different, not necessarily heavier, but more profound. You begin to measure your days not in hours but in moments. The warmth of a grandchild's hand in yours, the scent of rain on a spring afternoon, the soft creak of a rocking chair as you sit in thought. The trivial concerns that once consumed you, petty grievances, unattained ambitions, or the need to keep up with societal trends, lose their hold. In their place grows a clarity about what truly matters. The love you've given and received, the lessons you've carried forward, the small acts of kindness that ripple through the years. This reflection often takes on a tangible form. You might find yourself sorting through old photographs, tracing the lines of faces that have faded from the world but not from your heart. A letter written in a familiar hand, a trinket from a long-ago trip, or a recipe card stained with years of use can spark memories that feel both vivid and fleeting. You may feel compelled to share your stories, whether through conversations with loved ones or in journals filled with looping handwriting, as if to anchor your experiences in the world before they slip away. For some, this reckoning with mortality brings a spiritual curiosity, a wondering about what lies beyond, whether it's a divine presence, a quiet nothingness, or something else entirely. For others, it's a call to lean more fully into the present, to savor each moment with an intensity that youth could never muster. This awareness of mortality isn't always cloaked in fear. At times, it's a gentle acceptance, a recognition that life's impermanence is what gives it meaning. You might find yourself making peace with others, with the choices you made, or with the parts of yourself you once judged harshly. You might call an old friend to mend a long-broken bridge or forgive yourself for paths not taken. Death, at 80, becomes less a stranger to avoid and more a quiet companion to acknowledge. This acceptance doesn't diminish your desire to live. Rather, it sharpens your appreciation for the time you have left. Each sunrise, each shared laugh, each breath becomes a celebration of a life richly lived, and the moment still waiting to be cherished. And there you have it, the 6 undeniable changes that come with reaching 80, laid out with honesty and heart. We've explored how your circle shrinks but deepens, how your body and mind shift, and how you find freedom in authenticity and peace in routine. Most importantly, we've faced the reality of mortality and the legacy you leave behind. So, what have you learned from this journey through aging? What's one thing you've taken away from this video that you'll bring into your own life or share with someone you love? Drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insights like these.